Did you know Malaysia's minimum wages are about 45% to 49% of the median wages, which is lower than the cited global average of 55% of the median wages in developed countries, as reported by the International Labour Organization. Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad FARHAN bin Muhammad NIZAM from GBA 2512C. Topic of the speech for today is federal minimum wages of Malaysia should be increased. After doing all the research and reviews on these national issues and how it is affecting our people of nation, I thought this is the time for Malaysia to make a change and do better in future. Hence, today I will share my findings on what is the biggest problem and how can the government overcome the issues for the better Malaysia. In a recent review on global minimum wages, the International Labour Organization reported the minimum wage is around 55% of the median wages in developed countries and 67% of the median wages in developing and emerging countries on average. At 1,100 ringgit and 1,200 ringgit, Malaysia's minimum wages are only about 45% to 49% of the median wages, lower than the cited global average. Other than that, the Department of Statistics of Malaysia, DOSM, Chief Statistician Datuk Dr. Muhammad Uzair Mahidin said, fresh graduates recorded a decreased monthly income, where the majority of them earned between 1,001 ringgit and 1,500 ringgit last year, compared to 2,001 ringgit and 2,500 ringgit in 2019. Khazanah Research Institute (KRI) stressed that the figure was shocking, considering since February 2020, the minimum wages for an employee are 1,200 ringgit in selected cities and municipal council areas, and 1,100 ringgit elsewhere. The think tank also said low wages among graduates are a long-standing labour market issue that predates COVID-19. Hence, here are the proposed solutions, which is number 1, strengthening wage policies. Strengthening wage policies is essential to ensure the well-being of all workers. The policy of minimum wage was only introduced in 2013, and Malaysia has a long way to go to ensure that all workers are paid at least 1,200 ringgit until 1,500 ringgit. We could consider revising our minimum wage to a higher level. If we set our minimum wage to 55% of the median wage, taking developed countries as the benchmark, it is around 1,343 ringgit. While the minimum wage is meant to protect the most vulnerable and low-paid workers, the average and the median wages must also be pushed higher. Wage levels should also aim to be living wages, which pay workers such that they can afford to live a dignified life. The government also plays an important role to direct this recovery. While decent work with equitable pay and inclusion in social protection schemes, among others, has to be the priority of the various growth-enhancing initiatives introduced by the government. The current minimum wage of 1,200 ringgit, which is equivalent to $286 US per month, can be revised upwards in stages. As well as the minimum wage for the blue-collar jobs should also be increased to 1,500 ringgit, while white-collar jobs should be set at 2,500 ringgit under Budget 2022. This can be this can be done gradually over a period of time to give businesses enough time to plan accordingly so that we can achieve this target efficiently. Meanwhile, I also believe that a dignified salary is a good start by the government to protect the welfare of the B40 and the M40 groups during the COVID-19 pandemic, and wage levels should also aim to be the living wages, which pay workers such that they can afford to live a dignified life. In summary, increasing the minimum wage would spur companies to step up automation and improve their processes, subsequently creating more high-value jobs for local workers. It is important for all employers to ensure that their employees are sufficiently remunerated and are provided with good facilities, as well as a safe and conducive working environment. I think there is actually room for wages to be increased over time. But what is important for the government is to set a long-term and a medium-term target. That's all from me. Thank you for listening and have a good day.